Wagwan, brother.
School?
At a love for.
Yeah, total
Yes,
game today. You
I.
don't know the thing set already.
Yeah, man.
Back there, you don't know.
What going on?
Mount idea, just school boy, brother boy, just stay fighting up with the life. Trying to make sure and get the work scene. Try to be productive when the day
True.
come. You know that kind of vibe?
Try to be a change.
Try to be the change now, boy. You know that kind of way. Mountain top send down something for you, you know.
Yeah.
Have a thing there, you know.
Large up to the mountainside.
Oh, you mean
Mountainside
Mountain Top family,
family,
big up all
man.
yourself,
Yeah,
man. Oh, you mean, man?
Respect.
Mountain Top family, man.
Yes,
I'll
man.
big up all yourself. You see it? Oh, you mean? So, what going on, my brother, boy, otherwise?
I'm glad to be here with you again, you know.
Mm.
The reasoning always sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially that last reasoning we reason was real nice, you know. Yeah,
But we were talking about the scene, the spirits and
yeah,
the
yeah,
vibes
yeah.
like that. Yeah, I know that kind of set on my mind and all too. I say, why you dig? That's some dread segment to share still too now, boy.
And look, it started in aliens and end up by Waycat and spiritual thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is what pressing on me right now because when I think about the thing where you see,
Yeah.
the Waycat,
Yeah.
and it make me start to look at a lot of the Trinidad folklore,
Right.
you know, the Papa Boas, the Duens and thing. And now I pull up on the Laja Bless.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
say that is a spiritual being that has take the shape of animals. So I ask myself, I say, well, I wonder if that is what lions see.
Possible too, you know.
I
Possible, because remember, I only gave a description that best suit my narrative, my
Yeah.
vocabulary at that time. But really and truly, if that is the description that they gave for Elijah Bless, then it could have been that.
I thinking so. You know, we have a lot of folklore here in Trinidad.
Yeah, the Elijah Bless, Papa Boaz, you say the Dwayne.
Yeah, the Duen used to scare people, children to stay inside.
Yeah. The Papa Boy used to protect the forest, the
Yes.
animals.
And he was like a good,
He was like a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like a good one. He was like a good one. He wasn't one of them evil one and thing like.
Right. Like the Lagahu. What they say, pretty.
Right.
She wear a kind of brim hat and a long dress. The long dress is to hide she her cow foot.
She cow foot.
A cow or a goat foot.
And if she asks you, I remember that. If she asks you if you have a light and you say no, she gone with you because she
Right.
afraid fire.
Right. I never heard that
Never
part
hear that
though. I
one?
know she's take touch the man now. People
Yeah.
looking for vice and
Right. So
she
if
could
she
rope you.
so she would die out, she would be say she'll be like, you have a light.
Oh.
And anytime you say no, she gone with you because she don't
Okay.
know fire is the thing.
Well, I safe.
All smokers out there walk with a lighter.
Yo.
Right?
Yeah, man.
But watch, let me tell you something.
Mm.
You see, spirituality. It's not just the form that we know in terms of going to church and pray and
Right.
have a spiritual realm. It have a realm where spiritual beings with the physical eye can see.
Yeah.
It's reside, my brother. Because I see some things in this life already where I telling you, it ain't no ordinary thing, no. It's that had to be supernatural beings conducting. I cut a flick for you, G. I used to live Lavanti. I one of my aunt. Right? Now she's a Baptist. I can't remember what kind of Baptist them was too. Right? But she's a Baptist. So while I staying by she and thing, they had a feast, Shango. She's a Shango. But the feast was a Shango feast. Right? And here she tell me, she say, they having feast out the road tonight and thing. Why ain't go out the road and sell something?
Okay.
Like food stuff and thing, right? Because she used to make nice bacon, stew beef and smoke carrying and all them. She used to make them thing nice. So you know you're young, you're looking for a little hustle. She make a suggestion. She said, boy, why you ain't go out there? I hustle, I sense my bun. So me ain't afraid that gaddy.
Yeah.
I rack up my glass case and my food stuff and thing. And I go out in the little feast sauce thing. Feast going on. I sell out my goods. But you know, you hearing the drums and you hearing the beating and the shouting and the rain. So your curiosity go peak now, boy. Mm-hmm. Daddy,
Hmm.
my curiosity peak. So I say, boy, let me go inside. Them time, you know, Rasta and thing.
Right.
So I say, boy, let me go inside and check it out and see what's going on and things. So I go on, I pull in a little hole and I rock back thing quietly. And I watching, I see, you know, they come with an iron pail. Right?
Hmm.
And in the iron pail now, they fill it with water. To the, well, almost to the brim. Right? And they start putting things like rice, corn, wheat, sugar, punching, all kind of different things. They start to put inside of the bucket.
Right.
Pour it inside of the bucket of water, them kind of thing, right? Last thing they put in was the sugar. They put in the sugar and thing and they sweeten it up and thing, horse. They start to say the prayers and thing. They wrap up a bottle of punching, horse. I tell you, anything I see with my eye, they wrap up a full bottle of punching with a piece of cloth, a red and white cloth, and they put it on top of thing like a altar. Right? When they do so now and thing, and the feet start to swing and people start to catch powers and thing. A man catch a power horse and pick up 2-3 line gari. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He pick up 2-3 line. They call it the Ray Ray. Or the Ra Ra or something so, but I feel it's
Okay.
Ray Ray. Right? And he start to dance with his 2-3 line bedroom and start to cut himself and thing horse and it's like the man not feeling that. Right? He start to go up to people now and ask them certain thing now. Going up to a man, a youth man, and he asks the youth man, he say, who you is? A boy or girl? Youth man watch him so freeze for a while. He raise the tree line like if he going and plan as him. Youth man say, a girl, a girl. A boy, you know that. Man say, a girl. The Rere hit him to plan a sauce and tell him, get out of here, get out. Then I bawling to see this thing and put my eyes, are youth eh?
Yeah.
When the man done dance up and he done do his thing and done talk to, he had to go and talk to and whatever and thing, Gary. He gone and cross his legs around the bucket and hug up the bucket so. Put his head down in the bucket, my brother. And when that man lift his head from the bucket, then him have a grain of rice in the bucket, Gary. You ain't see no drinking motion. You ain't see the bucket raise up for him to empty the rest out of it. Nothing like that. When he done lift his head out of the bucket, there's nothing in the bucket was. Later on in the night now, the bottle of punching with the pop on top the altar was. When they take that down and unwrap that from the cloth, not a drop of punching in the bottle, the seal still on it. I see that with my eye.
Yeah.
Nobody can come and tell me that story better. I see that with my eye, bedroom. So from that age, I know spiritual realms exist.
Yeah.
Spiritual beings exist, bad bro. You dig?
I was new. You know, growing up in a Christian home, you reading Bible and you know about spiritualities and powers, principalities, demons, angels, spirits. You know of that spiritual realm. You know? And well, I'll tell you a story that happened to me too. And that is when I was about 19 years old. That's a couple of years ago, right? More than a couple. But my aunt, so I had my girlfriend at the time, right? And pregnant with my first daughter. And I leave the house because my aunt, let me get a backstory, right? My aunt is a churchgoer, heavy into prayer session and ministry, and you know. But of recently, she started, I would call it overread and over research and go into things where, you know, my was a little too much or a little too fast, or I don't know how to explain it. But she went places where I didn't think she was ready for,
Right.
right? And that's how I see it through my lens. It could have a truth to the story other than what I saying from an aunt point of view. I never ask her any questions.
Right.
But there's the story as I going through it.
Yeah.
Right? So I think she came over to stay by us. We're staying in Central. She came over to stay. So children mother there, my mother home, my aunt home, and I take the car and make a little turn with my brethren and them.
Mm-hmm.
On the scene, my phone ring, child mother call, crying, hysterical, hysterical, my brother. Yeah, like where a spirit of vexation rise up in me one time,
Yeah.
I hang up the phone and I coming in steaming. Right? Tell my brethren, time to go take this out. Reach back, drop them off, reach back home. No, them come at me. Right, them come at me. But when we pull in to come down my street, my child mother done, she on the side of the road,
Yeah.
crying
Yeah.
hysterically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
them jump out, go on to comfort her. Them had a whole experience that I go show you just now too. And I park up in my driveway. Well, I is drive it no shoe on my foot. So I one foot have a shoe, one foot have no shoe.
Yeah.
And I run out the car, going to open the door. Same time I turn in, my aunt turning from the next side. So I didn't get a chance to open the door.
Right.
And she skin open the door. Lan, I feel a heat unexplainable. I felt a heat that just hit me, and without even thinking or thinking about it, I just bawl out, Jesus! And back pedal, like literally jump back
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
start to run.
Yeah.
Don't know why I running. My aunt is who meet me at the door. I'm my auntie. You know what I'm saying? What it
Yeah.
had was to be scared about now.
Yeah.
But I feel that energy will make all the spirituality in me, defenses come up.
Yeah.
And I pitch back and start to run. Because remember, we passed my sister, my two brethren with her.
Yeah. Oh, the road. Yeah.
Well, them start to peep the scene. Them done heading out with my sister. But she can't walk and things like she, you know, mess herself and whatever. So them toting, them trying. He's a big, strong fella. And he get in trouble to tote she, you know. And toting she and I them went up. So I meet them by our next brethren a little lower down. So that way I was running, going. But I stopped in the front of my driveway. So I come from the top and I run down the driveway. And I in the road now. But something in me going as a warrior from birth. So within the scariness, within the feeling I'm feeling, I start to say, but where I really going? And turn wrong. When I turn wrong, my aunt right behind me. I had on I now sealing up Rastafari, now reading my Bible chapter a day, you know. Now
Yeah.
going through certain spiritual growth like never before in my life.
Yeah,
You know, 'cause I
yeah.
know Christ my whole life. But I'm now really sinking into the mission and
Yeah,
his
yeah.
word and thing, right? So I'm a little dread coming and I have on a hat over it. And my aunt trying to pull off the hat. I just tell her some of the things I don't even understand why it happened or how it happened. I just telling you the experience.
Yeah.
So she trying to pull off the hat and fighting up in like I trying to hold her and she fighting up a kind of way.
Yeah.
And then some just tell me say, oh no. Some tell me don't fight. Love. So I hug her. I say, Auntie, I love you. And whatever real up was happening,
Yeah.
she just calmed down in my hand so. And I, with that calmness, I get calm. So I want to thank the Father. So I just say, Jesus. That makes she, then she start up again. Push me off. Running my neighbor yard now. My neighbor have a washing machine outside.
Yeah.
Hit the hose. The hose fall down, water come out of it and form a puddle. She kneeling down in that puddle and start to chant some chant.
Yeah.
By that time, my mother not peeking no more and come out. My two neighbor next house come out in the road too. So my mother kind of half frantic, but she know my aunt is a solid prayer warrior.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she thinking, oh, my aunt in the good, in the clear.
Right.
Maybe Alistair do something. Maybe Gaddy, what
yeah.
he do?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. She got any of his use you for.
Right.
Yeah.
So that start to happen. Now all why this happening in slow motion and fast at the same time. So I had time to think and process certain things. Right? I decided to just walk off. I say, see, all of this, by the time my neighbor come out and she was still in the yard, and my neighbor and my mother and them started to talk, I just started backpedal, right? I turned around once. Remember, I still have one shoe. Eh? I turned around once. And when I turn around, I see a strike of lightning. No rain, no storm, no thunder, nothing. Just a strike of lightning. For me, that was it to say, make a turn. There's your point here in life where you're on your own now. That way you know is no more. I make that decision right in
Yeah.
and trot out. Pick up my girl by the house lower down the street. Trying to tote her, my brethren trying to tote her. I say, oh look, pick she up. I don't know where I get her strength. Pick her up and start to tote her out the road. Flagging down neighbors. People passing straight. There's a taxi. I still talk to the man today. He stopped, pick we up, carry us in the health center because she in a total state.
Yeah.
Because what had gone, she was experiencing some stuff that I hadn't even no clue that day. Where my aunt stripped naked, chicken bone on the ground. She locked my sister locked herself in the room and my aunt ponging on it and chanting things and you know what I mean?
Yeah, she scared
She
she.
what?
Yeah, she frightened she.
She went through a dread scene. And so we end up in the hospital. I called to a brethren and a sister who allowed me to stay by them for the night. I end up going back the next day. I couldn't sleep that night. Where I sleep, it had a hole in the roof and I could have see the moon. And I look at that moon for the entire night till I could have see the sun. Because I couldn't close my eye. Impossible. I
Yeah.
didn't want to go outside like
Yeah, first you frightened.
I'm telling you, real fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Real fair. I never experienced in the moment. I wasn't as scared as after. Replaying the moment and asking myself, what the ras just went on? You know?
Yeah.
Wait for a couple of days after I couldn't function. Can't bathe in the night and thing. Man go laugh and thing, but I couldn't bathe in the night and thing.
Yeah.
It's Psalm 91 I learned by heart. And
We
that
get
gave
that
me the
strength.
confidence and the strength. And now I'm fighting demons at will.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah,
But from that experience now. So people just talk all kind of talks. And who is to say that they're not, you know what I mean? 'Cause I feel the energy, I feel the power, I feel the wickedness or the
You telling me that, you know what I mean? You never know your auntie could have been possessed, eh? Because the name of Jesus, she repelling against her name, stripping naked. Them can have that.
What confused me, I know
them
her
thing
as a
gin-
prayer warrior.
No, but you see here we're going, eh? Let me tell you something too. Horse. I pray, unless it's sincere, it's just a chant, you know.
True. Just words.
That's words, you know. You could say the Our Father how much time, but if you're sincere in your heart about that prayer, brethren, that prayer has no value, you know. You feel that man was sinning and he every day could call on the name of the Creator to repel any jinn and them thing, dog. You have to have that level of faith, that level of holiness within that balance still
Yeah.
to fight that.
What about even the unseen forces? Okay, our next story. This is not my story, but I'm telling you the story too. Where it had a brethren who he only know the man was sending thing. You know, local is a man
Yeah.
send a thing for you.
Yeah.
He only know that was happening because the man come and admit it after. Why? Because the man send one spirit, the spirit come back. He send a stronger spirit, the spirit come back. He called for the big boss. Send out the big boss come back and say, hey, don't call nobody else again.
Yeah.
Because you see who that fella had protecting him,
Yeah.
we didn't stand no chance.
Yeah.
And then the brethren went and tell the next day, hey, I'll send anything for you and you're strong and mighty, you know, have mercy on man. Yeah. Them things happen.
Eh.
You see it?
But sometimes I just sit down and I just study, right? Because let me tell you something. Them thing is like a portal, Gary. That spiritual realm is like a portal. When you let that spirit out, how you killing that spirit? Because the only time a spirit is be bound to that realm is when it die, right? When a evil you dig? Person pass away, they will get to that realm. Let me just say, we just saying, right?
Right.
And the only how they're coming out of that realm to come back in a physical is if somebody let them out. Create a portal and let them out. Fire is a portal. Water is a portal. The vibration of the drum is a portal.
Definite.
It's like a calling card,
Hmm.
right? But what has happened too when you see, and I think that's why we have so much evil and thing and so much killing and so much heartlessness on this on the land, you know. I mean the land are just Trinidad alone and the world now, boy. There's a lot of people doing evil us, opening up portals and don't know how to close them
Some
back.
of them you can't control it when you open it
No,
up.
that better when that come out and that do your bidding. When that come out and that do your bidding, it I no thing to send that back, you know.
That come like local buck, like buck. Yeah, if that could take your children, that could take you if you didn't follow
Anything the box asks for, you have to get the
Yeah.
box, you know. If the box see your wife and like your wife more than you, the box say you are your wife.
I feel like too much stories, you know.
You gotta get the box your wife, why?
Because at some brethren, them is money lenders and men who always wearing gold and thing. And two of the men in the house is lying with us. But it had times they say, yo, we have to go. We have to go and feed the thing. Somebody had to be home. Hey, look them rolling. I can't stay. You know, like sometimes brethren say you can't stay, but you still like my little hour.
Yeah.
When them say they can't stay, melt.
Yeah, them gone.
Them gone, you know. So it make me think what they really have home there. I never witnessed it with my eyes to say like I see it or something, you know. But that was the speculation and how we used to buy the fruits and how we used to buy certain things that it really make me think like he had that
He
day.
has something he feeding into.
Yeah.
But they say them think there's gear riches, you know, them think getting anything you want, you know.
Ask for.
But when them ask for something, you gotta be willing to give them it. And if you notice something, right? Throughout all them kind of practices, so it's always dino. It's always them calling for something, and you have to, because even in Hinduism, then you know they say the firstborn and the this and the that.
Right.
You understand what I'm trying to share? And them call on the Bible thing and the this and the that and that spirit say, well, my firstborn
Yeah.
or XYZ. You have to pay that penance. You have to pay that penance, and really and truly that penance is a vessel, you know, Regin. It's a vessel to come through, you know.
Can know it all. I know all the details and everything about know we have some things popping around the island.
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah,
has.
in terms of evil, occultic, you know. Some of them appear to be evil, but they say not evil. Like when we talk about Freemasonry and the Illuminati and things, it's about kind of evil, take over the world kind of thing. But when you do like little light research on it, it's saying that these things is just individualism and brotherhood and unity and you know what I mean?
I think it had different levels to everything.
True, I could guess that.
And what they would give the basic cover story on is the basic model. So to come like a 33-degree Mason or a 30-degree Mason, there's a different level of alchemy and all these kind of things you learning in the process of becoming that. You understand? Because really and truly, if I'm not mistaken, I think they say Freemasonry was started by King Solomon, right? The first Freemason.
Yeah, he could have been the first.
The first Freemason that ever had this was King Solomon. They say Freemasonry really start. Freemasonry was really just a club for the intelligent.
Yeah. And it stem a little deeper than that because the Mason, nowadays, locally, a Mason is like a dog. You know? Watch a Mason coming in the old boots and thing. But the Mason was the head man on our job on the work site. If it is pyramid building, he's the man organizing the labor, making sure the gold plate go on the things and the rubies melt down and yeah, he was that guy. He know arithmetic, he know apothecary, alchemy. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's that guy. The Mason was a very serious. That was the compass and the square. Because it's that tools for the trade and a trowel. I find out that the other day though, that trowel thing, I didn't even know that was part of the symbolism of the
A trouble.
Freemason, yeah, trouble. Yeah.
All right.
Discipline, dedication, hard work. That is what the information say
Stands for.
it stand for. You know, some people have a deeper, darker thing with human sacrifice and things like the Bohemian Grove and these type of things. So who is to know?
Well, we could know. I wonder if Jarvis has any information. Jarvis, give us some information on the Freemasonry.
Certainly. What specific information are you looking for regarding Nick Fury?
Oh, he didn't hear you.
I said the Freemasonry, Jarvis. Give us some information on the Freemasonry.
The Freemasons are a fraternal organization with roots dating back to the local fraternities of stonemasons. Known for their secretive rituals and symbols, they focus on moral and spiritual development. Their influence and membership have included many historical figures.
Jarvis, is it true that King Solomon started the very first Freemasons?
The connection between King Solomon and the Freemasons is part of the Masonic legend, but there's no historical evidence that he founded the organization. Freemasonry as we know it started in the 16th or 17th century, long after Solomon's time.
See? So that just to
Standing by.
So that just to show you. All right, Jarvis, thank you. I just to show you.
Yeah, that is so much, yeah.
It's linked through the thing, but it didn't really have no real concrete evidence stating that it had any attachment to Solomon and you know.
It's so much aspects to this topic, because if we go to the Hollywood vampires and Dracula, werewolf,
vampires was always something that intrigued me growing up, you know. I always like the speed, the agility, the awareness, that side of it.
The abilities
that come with it now, but I never really done so much into the drinking blood part. But you see the abilities that came with it. Because one of the most enjoyable books I have ever read is a book called Rasta, the Vampire.
Okay.
Right? It was a book by Anne Rice. It was a prelude to Interview by the Vampire.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
They made a couple of movies. I think they even made a Rasta the Vampire movie as well. Well, you know it had the Diary of the Vampire and that kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Rasta the Vampire now was one of my childhood redos.
Okay.
I read that about 3 times and it wasn't it's not a small novel by no chance, but it exhilarating. You know what I mean? And the whole concept of that live one way forever and speed, the awareness, and that just always kind of and then Hollywood really kind of make it
seem nice.
Yeah, make it seem nice.
It was scary at first, but especially now, modern time, it real nice, as we say. They real make them cool.
Yeah, like Mobius.
Some of them is more the hero than even the villain. And
more than the hero than the villain.
It have plenty of them.
Werewolves. Werewolves is another thing they real play their hand with in Hollywood.
But it's so wide, as I was saying just now. Like, it have categorizations for them in that you can't put all in the same bunch.
No, most
because
definitely not.
we talk about dragons, which I could argue was real. I believe dragons more than dinosaurs, to be honest. Yeah. Unicorns.
No, just now. Let me don't run past the dragons.
Right.
Let me hold on to the dragon for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons that can fly or just that creature that look like dragons? What do you mean? When they say you more believe in it, but
it was real?
Yeah, the fire-breathing dragons?
Yeah. Because it even have a family, the outside Draconian, who still follow the
Dragon Order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it plays such an integral part in the whole Japanese culture and myth and legend that It's real hard for you to say that, but
You see?
yeah.
But those were more, because like Dracula made up, vampire made up, werewolf makeup. You could find the person who created the character and introduce it to society through movies and things. But like the dragons and the unicorns, what they say was actually evil. They wasn't white and with no rainbow tail.
I know pretty
They
thing. I
was
know.
black with some thread horn and they used to, impale people and thing. So unicorns was like a dread scene. Mermaids.
Mermaids I could lean towards.
You see? So it had things where what I'm trying to differentiate, the difference I'm trying to show is that it have some of these beings that have a more plausible or real effect in our real world.
It's have a documentary
Yeah.
on the tube about mermaids called The Mermaid.
Right.
Is a group of scientists, right? That do some research like whales and different heights like that and thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what go on now is a day they get a call from some people letting them know, well, you go on. Look at a whale beach itself at a certain location. So them and the team hop up, go on to the location. When them reach at the location now, it's because them seeing men in black suit and fucking black and white and looking like MIB men then.
Right.
Them seeing a MIB team, a CIA team. Men in full white overalls and
Yeah. Them
right?
have cover suits and
Cover suits and
Yeah.
thing, right? And they're removing something on a stretcher. Now here the heights now. Them didn't really think nothing of it.
Right.
Them go now to examine the body to do them part where them come to do one thing. So while them examining the body now and they're going through the little tissue and the thing, because remember the whale explode, right?
Right.
So they're going through little fragments and little tissue and thing. They come across something like a shark tooth, but bigger.
Okay.
Shape in the same way as the shark tooth, it's like a spearhead.
Okay.
Right? But at the point in time, they didn't make the correlation of it being a spearhead. They just find this piece of sharp object
Right.
where it's not supposed to be. They take that, they record it, they're at normal. Them and people no game yet, right? Boom now. They get some call from somewhere in Africa and they let them know, well, like that scene happening all over the world. Right? So they when the whale beach itself, right? It had two little man playing on the beach yard.
Right.
One with a cell phone. Right? And them now bounce up on the mermaid and tape it. Go on and run and thing. So the MIB men and them come and talk to their parents and them know shut that down. But them never know the youth men and them tape it.
Okay.
Them never know the youth men and them record it on the phone. Right? So when the people and them come now, they go in Africa, they realize the scene happening. You had to look up that documentary, Reggie.
Yeah,
The name of the
yeah.
documentary is The Mermaid, right? When they realize the scene happening, they thought, well, they thought like the Navy or one of them places testing sonic bombs under the water.
Okay.
So it caused any whales to beach themselves, right? So them initial interest in the whole play was to find out if the Navy really testing bombing under the
Right.
water. Them not thinking about no mermaid and no kicks in the side that though. When they do so now and they do thing and they start to squeeze them now and wherever. Like apparently like they get some footage of the parts. Because when the whale explode, inside the whale, they find some parts. Like the bottom of the mermaid fin, the upper torso part, half a hand, and certain thing. And now a piece of wood, kind of long so, like a spear handle.
Right.
Right? So when they get the parts now, and wherever, them come back now and trying to put it together to see what kind of animal it is. Because they thought it was a walrus or something because of the way how the fin was and them kind
Yeah.
of thing. But when they testing the bones, they realizing, but I'm not matching up with our walrus or no nothing like that, boy. So the man said, but where's this? Where's this piece of wood thing here? He said, but wait. He said, look at have a groove in it. He said, you know, the other day when I was so, I find something, we can go down in our groove. So he bring the thing now and he put the thing together. When he choke the shark tooth thing down in the wood now, fit perfect like a spear.
It could really be a shark too that they fashion into a spear.
Fit, the thing fit.
Yeah.
Well, that time he have the megalodon tooth or something, right?
I wanted to say that.
Right?
Yeah.
So, with the go on now, I just getting a kind of rough breakdown,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
I will watch it too. They go now and they start to do their own research now. Go on down now in a kind of submarine thing and go on certain places. And I think they start to, what they start to do, they start to replicate the song the whalers make.
Right.
Right? And they go on down in a submarine and it's because I can't have a thing touch on the screen and Brethren, the documentary real bad. Everybody get fired. Right? Men going into hiding and thing. That's how dready thing is. So the documentary, the men will do the documentary. Certain people going into hiding since that and thing because the scene come like them blow the lid and none of them never dead. There's no man who dead. There's no man who, you understand? And it's a collaborative effort. So they couldn't say they kill two of them and shut it down. Because they're connected with people in Africa, they're connected with people all different over the world where they sharing the information within a certain way now, boy. But when they do analyze the thing and now they realize, but that a mermaid body, boy. They have to watch that documentary.
Yeah. And then it have places in the world because like you mightn't see a mermaid in Miami Beach. But it has so much places that isolated in the world.
Boy.
Little small towns with little 250 people and that kind of thing, you know what I mean? Where you would have a greater chance of occurrence or something like that now, where you even hear like sailors and fishermen
Tell stories about them
telling
thing.
stories where looking like somebody nice in the water need to be saved. And when they go close, it's the teeth
Sirens,
change
they
and
just
yes,
call it.
sirens.
Sirens is the correct name for it.
So so much types of beings and classifications and both locally and internationally. It amazing to see that it have this whole other side that we don't even address. We just in the physical now.
Just dealing and living and functioning in the physical every day. And then realizing that it have a whole spiritual realm happening around here. Because if you could, it have people we know, and that is nothing to do with the occult, people we know that practice astral traveling and them kind of thing, astral projection, right? And if a person could project their spirit astrally, then that means to say the realm for that day.
Yeah.
The realm for that day.
Yeah, because you talk about even astral projection connected to like, divination, tarot card reading. Because just the other day I watched an interview with a ex-witch, practicing witch now. And she say where even yoga is an occultic practice. Now she not saying do exercise, or do stretch.
Yeah.
But the yoga have a connection
to the occult.
Occultic. Now, it's not like somebody from the church come and tell you that. It's somebody who from the occult telling you, hey, don't get confused.
Yeah.
That occultic. So I was tempted to
in what way?
Believe her. She say it's Hindu pagan gods
started
and that the chants that you're doing and thing is really incantations that you thinking is because when she even talk about Buddhism, where Buddhism is about self strength and finding the one and being one with the world, but she's saying that is not God. That is not God. Who she now identifies with as the supreme being, as being an ex-witch. And she said that wasn't God teachings. That wasn't his doctrine. That wasn't the message that he leave. He is the power. He's the one that can get the glory and the, you know what I mean? Man can't have no strength really. all strength is a divine strength given unto you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was pretty interesting to even hear that because I know people who just do tarot and thing, good sister and thing, you know what I
Just
mean?
do card reading
And
and
I
them thing.
you know I never watch her as evil or doing something occultic, you know? And I say watch how innocent, you know, a good sister who's do yoga and you know plenty Rastafari people just do yoga and thing and so it make me wonder, you know? And it lead to this because the occult have to do with symbolism as well,
Right. Right.
where certain symbols, certain positions at certain houses and all these things have a part
Have a part
to
to play in
play in
it.
it.
Yeah.
So it have things that we take part in unknowingly. Crossing thresholds of certain buildings, you know, you now bow down to something or you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember a next story. A woman in my village, she's a smart woman, right? And she put a guard, you know, Shango Baptist, she put a guard by the gate. So anybody coming with ill will towards her cannot cross the threshold. She's telling me all this after. Now, I feel covered from small. I
Yeah.
feel blessed. I feel chosen, anointed. I feel all these things from this since I'm small. I guess that's why, you know, we here now today reasoning this,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And so the woman is a smart woman, and she have the guard, and I end up entering her place. When she see me in the place, she like, how you how you get in here?
Yeah.
And bring me and pull me one side and say, see this here? Yeah, that's for them who thing and you know, I don't know how you walk in here, but it had to be some kind of powers moving with it, so I just letting you know the scene one time. I
Yeah.
never asked her nothing about it again. I just showing you the things
But do you think
about here.
that African spirituality,
Mm-hmm.
voodoo,
Right.
do you think it's something should be demonized? Do you think it's something we should embrace as part of our culture? I mean the spell casting and the wickedness and them thing, eh?
Hmm.
But I mean like, you know, maybe the rituals, maybe the little practices. And when I say rituals, I even say that very lightly.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I ain't talking about cutting off no chicken head and
Right.
right? I just mean lightly, lightly.
Well, think about it. I'll answer it this way. Not everything good is good, so not everything that is African, even though I want to identify with it as an African and identify with my land, not everything from Africa is good just because it come from Africa. No, I'm not answering to say,
Just now, just
mm-hmm,
now,
mm-hmm,
just now. Where I say something there and it piqued my interest.
right,
You see, not everything good
mm-hmm,
is of God.
is of God, yeah.
What do you mean by that?
All right, like I'm gonna add another word. Not everything that you consider to be good is of God. All right. People that say don't give, or you know, it's children. Give them snacks. You know, show your love. You know, buy snacks and bring joy to a child. But I will tell you, that snacker, red dye number 6, yellow dye number
Nah, nah,
7,
nah, Gotti.
thing. You know what I mean?
That's what I ask.
Right. No. All right. Go ahead.
That's what I ask.
Mm-hmm.
I ask you to clarify this statement
Right.
that not everything good is of God.
Right.
Because good,
Mm-hmm.
good
Right.
means righteousness, means right. Good, something good is something right.
That is why saying it don't always mean that.
So how something good could not be right?
All right.
In what
Um,
context?
a car is a good thing, right?
Mm.
But maybe you shouldn't be driving. Not you per se, but maybe somebody shouldn't be driving because they don't drive too good. But a car is a good thing. If you get a car, you could transport yourself from here to there, and you know. So is in that term I'm bringing it down. That sometimes we might think this situation or this item or this product It good. I giving somebody something with my good heart. And you know, as I was bringing the example with with the snack and the child, it's from your heart. You're not thinking no evil whatsoever. You thinking you're doing a good. But that is, I would say, that poison.
Yeah, but that is just a perception. That is not what good is or is not.
Well, that is what I mean when I say not everything good is good. That is where I'm coming from.
No, well then that is just a perception. That is perception
Because
based. And that is situation based too,
here the
cause
flip side, just to strengthen it. God,
uh-huh.
everything come from him. Both the good and the evil. Because
Oh.
in his realm, he could kill.
You see, I create all things.
You know?
I create all
Yeah.
things. I do. I.
He had no judgment for his actions then. To say like, all right, God lie. God don't lie. You know?
So then all good things must come from God, Gary. That a snack is not something you consider good. A snack is something you consider on a basis of
Right.
the individual. I mean, you know what I mean?
But that is what make me coin that statement. You know, because it have things in life that we consider to be good, but God didn't send it every time. You know what I mean?
All right.
He didn't orchestrate that for you, even though it's a good thing to have. You know what I mean?
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair enough.
That is where I come from.
Yeah.
Put me on the ropes there.
Nah, no,
yeah, no, but that is what it's about, eh?
No, because you see, to me, right, I would connect the good,
Mm-hmm.
the righteous, the just. I would connect that with the Most High. I would
True.
connect that with God, and then even in the interim of the evil that happening around, I would say that he still have a play in allowing it. He might be the one creating it, manifesting it, or willing it into being, but he allowing the person to have the fair due course, a chance.
Even the good, manifesting into being is the good ones doing the good, and the bad ones doing the bad. If you check it,
Well, he's good overall.
yeah. But that term good, you can get used so much.
Yeah.
Because that is why they say, if God good, why he kill? If God good, why poverty in the earth? If God good, they bring him down to that level. They make good small. You know?
Yeah, but that is not that is the evil in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The things that happening, that is not God's fault, that is man's fault.
True.
Man making them choices. Man choosing to do them thing with the good that they get. The good that them get, the good that man get us. Is a better life,
Yeah.
And a man wake up in the day, a dead man can't do evil, just like a dead man can't do good,
That is the point I would make, that the better life is not, can't even be classified to say that is a gift to all humanity. And then you still have a choice to do good or do bad in this realm. Because God, if you do evil, will bestow evil things unto you in terms of your reward for
Wages
that.
for your sins.
You see it? And if you do good, he will bestow good unto you. So is that same,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's some experiences already, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know the spiritual realm exists. That is why as a man I try to still keep myself within a certain reverence now, boy.
True.
Because I know, well, as a man know.
Mm.
Not like meaning know. It's not like I believe in. It's not like I never see. Not like I never feel. It's not like the spiritual realms never was. I had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You understand? As a man goes through some certain thing in his life and thing already. I know the spiritual realms exist. And because of that knowledge now, it has helped me now to stay on a righteous path. It has helped me to stay on the righteous, because I don't understand. It's not no live and die as you please and live and die and anything go on and then that. There's a consequences, a price to pay for your
True.
shortcomings, your failure.
True.
You understand? And plenty of them spirit also, people talking and again them all kind of name, Raja bless Dwayne, this, that, and all them things. All them things then when you really check it out us, it's just evil and malevolent spirits who really never really do the right thing now, boy. And out here roaming and certain people invoke certain because a person can pull a righteous person out of heaven, you know. You can't obey a man, can't I didn't want to use the word obey.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But somebody who practicing spiritual wickedness us, them can't even them can't pull somebody out of heaven, you know. So them not using no Holy Spirit, you know.
Mm.
Them not using no righteous spirit, you know that. Any spirit where them dealing with have to come from a tormented and a dark region way. Oh, how, you know, you understand what I mean, boy?
I tell you again, I cannot confirm the logistics. I saw it there, as you say, I saw it at a spiritual world, but to say I could confirm the
What it look like,
logistics of how it does operate and these things, I cannot say. That is why we think we holding this reasoning, you know, to try and let the spirit guide us to the truth of these things, you know what I mean?
No, but I
Quest-
get,
questions.
boy, I stay saying,
Hmm.
you see the spiritual realm, legend. Spiritual realm and not the joke it.
Watch this too. Now we saying spiritual realm the whole time, and we kind of correlating it with the wickedness, the evil side, right? But dig this, the angels, as in a car accident. Now I'm a real good driver. Plenty people who drive with me could tell you that they know how, you know, always alert, could avoid things, and you know what I mean. And all the accidents I've been in, somebody come into me. One I was actually parked up at a red light, and a man fall asleep and run straight into me. But I was passing through a green light, Glyson Road, and the man break the light and run straight into my passenger side, head on, so hard that his engine fly out. Right? A police waiting on a tip off was on the other side of the road. That is how he was able to explain the whole what went on. Right? When he came to the car, he said he was expecting to see dead people. He was telling me that after. Because when he see people living and he see a child, he just, child on the scene. In about 90 seconds, lion, the place was crawling with fire engine and police and things.
Yeah.
But here the point of the whole story. When that car hit me, everything slowed down. The airbag burst. I see it burst. I don't know if I always feel like I get cut here or something, like I hit and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always feel like where this thing come from now. But anyway, the air from the airbag burned my hand.
Right.
But I felt some sort of cocoon, some sort of thing wrap me, because I hit the man hit me, I turned, hit a post, and the police said the car went perpendicular. I never feel that.
Yeah.
Come back down and park up off here kind of way. Looking like it bang.
Yeah.
You know?
I slide up and come back down.
Whoa! So it looked like, yo,
Yeah.
what going on here? And I come out with those scratches what I just tell you. The burn,
Yeah.
and I think I hit my head. I think. But I know that the forces now, my baby traveling in the back, newborn. Not a scratch head, they do x-ray, they do this, they do that. That car turn up lion.
Nothing.
Nothing on that baby. The only person who really get any kind of harm was the passenger, my child mother. Because she hit the windscreen.
Right.
She hit the windscreen, and where you could have see piece of her hair was in the windscreen after. But even though it looked dread,
It was still small.
Yeah, she still gets saved from what could have been, because
Much
she
worse.
take the impact. The van come as a SUV 4x4 come
Yeah.
straight into
She
her
side.
Yeah. So I just know in terms of the spiritual realm, it have
Good angels.
good forces.
Good forces, yeah,
Good,
watching over.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, still
It's a
watching.
balance. The evil get a better rep in terms of the variety and the images. You know, you have fairies, you have all kind of different things you could talk about.
Yeah.
But how much you could talk about in spirit? Because even when they talk about in the book of Enoch, where they talk about how heaven look, even in scripture, talk about beasts with eagle
Wings
and
and
a lion head, and we might
thousand
think
eyes,
that's
the
scary.
cherubims and
Come
the
on,
seraphims and
a
them.
eye with an eye inside an eye,
Yeah.
wrong with, you know what I mean? So
Yes, all
these
seeing eye
beings
now.
is heavenly good beings. I remember when I don't know, oh gosh, can't remember the context of the story, but God called for a lion spirit, but he didn't look in the earth, he didn't look in hell. Somebody right in heaven say, "Me Lord, I will do it."
Yeah.
But we know lion as bad.
Yeah.
You see, in Jarrell Metano, he not governed by our laws.
Right.
He not governed by our is a little joke. Only one thing God can do, and that is lie. You know what I mean? 'Cause he say he can't tell a lie.
Yeah.
His words shall come to pass. It's truth. It's firm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yo, heavy reasoning there now, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Heavy reasoning. Mountain top give you some what kind of
Yeah. Mountain top send me in a
I,
whole
I
kind
never
of.
tell nobody them stories of the
Yeah.
lad. That
Mountain top
was
send me in a
yo.
whole kind of.
No one really know these things. Know that you're even thinking these things. I didn't even know you thinking some of them things so lad.
No, but you see, at the end of the day, that is the whole heights with the thing too, Virgin. How much people thinking these things, but there's no voice in them. How much people, that is a question the couch is really about, Because when we rock back here on this couch and we pulling and we hold our vibe, we just really go into some kind of meds way. It's only unlocking that kind of meditation,
Yeah.
boy, So,
And it's meds I think a lot of people holding in the quiet spaces and the quiet zones and asking questions, and you're watching documentaries and you mightn't tell somebody you're questioning, but you're questioning. You're wondering what if.
What,
You know what I
what
mean?
if?
Yeah. Because if something is truth, like me standing in the faith of God, if something is truth, I shouldn't be afraid to rock it, shake it, turn it upside down, ask a question that is outside of it.
I just always tell people,
You
I
know?
know, questioning something doesn't diminish its worth.
It will strengthen it.
It will strengthen it most times.
You'll get an answer.
Because you could be more firm in wherever it is. If you believe in something and you question it, you put it the merit to the test. If you come back out on the other end with the merit stand up, you know you're in the right place. If it fall apart, there's nobody to blame. Just keep moving, bad bro.
Sure. His Majesty say, test all things and accept the good.
Refuse the bad.
You see it? Yes, man.
Because it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense to gravitate towards what is laid out in front of you.
Yeah.
Pick and choose from which serve your value and leave the rest.
Yeah. The truth would resonate with you. When you see the truth and you're supposed to align with truth, you're going to resonate with it.
I rather tell people ask for spirit of discernment. Don't
Yes.
ask for knowledge. Don't ask for humility, all these things. Ask for a spirit of discernment, because a spirit of discernment will guide you in each and every situation, brethren. If you gather knowledge and you use your discernment, you would easily sift out what is truth and what is fact.
Yeah.
If you use your discernment in dealing with people, you will deal with them justful and full.
Yeah.
You understand? Because when you're waiting in the scale of the mind, you're going to realize that is the way it's supposed to be. You see it?
Yeah. Some heavy ones, well, tell you that. As always, after mountaintop, we had to get some kind of sustenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my turn this week. I got you.
Say less.
Yeah, man.
Say less, bro.
Yeah.
Right now, I feel I'm feeling so hungry. I feel like I could drink a little punch or kasi.
Yeah, man.
Drink a nice little peanut punch or something.
Yeah.
Peanut and beetroot mix.
Power thing.
Tobacco.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I really feel for that
Yeah.
food thing.
I had to drink a smoothie. You know how to drink milk and things.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's goodness, man.
Like that.
I give thanks to the moment,
Okay, yes.
Loving the house.
Always, boy, man. Always.
Forward, man.
Up. Look to get anything.